Okay. Part 3 was going to be about soundboard ribbing, grain direction, moisture expansion, and maybe a little bit about why they put the bridges there and here and there. This is an 1867 Model 33B. It's the original soundboard in there. We recrowned it, and here's the crown. And what this is about today, to get things done as fast as possible, is how the beveling of the rim and the mounting of the soundboard does some shape shifting. Shape shift, yes. Well, let's see what this shape is now. We have this handy dandy tool here, and usually there's two people, one on the other end, but I have to lift it out by myself. Well, you can see it. Let's explain this in case nobody saw this. See, these sticks just touch on the soundboard all the way down, right there, and to there, to the end. Bridge got a dent. And pick this up, the whole thing, and you can see the curvature right there, especially the end, down the other end. We have a straight edge here to help us see that. Get it right there, and down the other end we'll push that in place. Right there, I guess, yeah, right there. And over here. Stop it there. You can see the curve. Nice crown for February. It's really, really cold outside. It's got snow blind in the camera outside. Anyways, this is the driest part of the year, and this crown, this curvature will go up, at least a quarter inch. We have no climate control in here. It is dry as a bone. Oops, but what I want to point out here, see how it goes back to 90 degrees? Touches there, about 4 or 5 inches out, and then it begins to rise up. Rises up here. Nice crown, nice curve, then it comes down over here and stops. Right there. You see, that's where it stops. Anyways, there's our bridge. It's not in the middle of the crown. It's off to the side. It's on the side of the mountain, or the pillow, or the bubble, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is how much crown we have, and the soundboard is glued in at 90 degrees all the way around this edge. You can even put a square here. My God, it's 90 degrees, and it starts to come up into a crown about here, and then goes around, and then boom, goes right into the rim. At the same curvature as the crown. It's forced flat all on this side, but on this side it isn't, and the bevel stops right about here, right there, and nowhere in this piano is the bridge in the middle of a ribbing. It's magical how they do that right here. They swoop away from the belly rail. We'll get into that later, the whole other video. These are just here to indicate where the ribbing goes underneath there for now. Take these out. And this green thing here, that's where the pairing ends, this, underneath. And it's pretty similar on this end. See, if this, whatever piano this came out of, it was pretty close. It's even pointy like the Chickerings. They pointed the ends like that. Steinway did too. So if this was the belly rail, and this was the bridge, it's pretty close. Look at that. And that's what they did. Over here, the close side is this way, and the long side is that way. So here is our test stick we had the other day, and we glued it, and it's now crowned up nice. Took a day, but it's round. I used this rib in the demonstration of video 1 and 2 without the soundboard glued on. I'm going to do another behavioral thing like that. I'm not sure if I have to though. See, this is the rim is flat. So if we clamp this here, like so. I'm going to have to put this in the tripod so you can see what happens here. Hopefully you'll be able to see that crown change its shape. I got my little vibrator here. Little dinky little fan. In case I need it. I don't think I need it though. It makes a lot of noise. Anyways, here we go. So here's that crown and that rib. And I'm going to clamp it down flat on the other end. And by doing so, you also lose a lot of curvature on the soundboard. But it does bounce like crazy. And doing the vibration tests with this configuration, arc from here to here, the dead spot will be right dead center, right there. And the lively spots would be off to the sides. Now, this is not the rib in the piano, okay? The rib ends here underneath. This is a cutoff slot underneath. It's a big bar about this wide. But you can feel the soundboard is flat here, 90 degrees until it gets here. Then it starts to rise up into this curve here. And the curve is from here, like this. It goes up, goes over the top and into the side. And this is on the side of the crest once again. And this is just like our model we had over there on the table. It's equal on each end. Pairing is equal and everything. So let's see what happens if we let this go now. And we'll clamp the other side down in the curve. We have our little block here. That was our test piece before. To glue this into a curve to meet the shape of the crown. Like so. Right there. Make sure it's flat or secure. Pretty bouncy. Now over there, it meets the crown. Goes right in. And our shape is nice all the way to the end here. Nice and round. Now what happens when we clamp this in flat? We need a piece of wood here. There. I'm going to flatten this one down to 90 degrees. We're going to push on this bubble, especially if it's bucking hard against the case here. You can see it move. It's flat here. Goes straight And our model, our test, our probes are a wave motion probe, a vibration thing we did on video 1 and 2. The dead spot was here. Did nothing. All the way up until about here. It rose into, there were no more dead spots in this area with that test. And you can see the curve of the soundboard is pushed to one side. If we come up the other side, come on. There. I don't want to drop the camera on the floor. If we let this go, push on it, changes the shape. And if you ride the edge of that crest, middle would be right about here, and the bridge would be on the side of this. So, and of course, if we put the little piece over here on this side and match the curve and flatten it out on that end, the crown would shift to this side. And it all depends how stiff you make these tails here, if you want to call them that. This thinning out. If they're thicker, then it pushes the soundboard down further into the 90 degree. It needs some investigation. So that's why they bevel the soundboard rim. I mean, they bevel the rim. They bevel the rim. It's flat and beveled over there to change where the crown is crested and the lively spots. Not always on the top of the mountain.